GIDLE Soyeon denies dating rumors, but fans seem to think otherwise. The NCT saesang situation, Jungkook 7 accused of plagiarism, Kwon and Eunbi's outfit causing a division apparently. All that today and more on this episode of... No, we gave up on that title of the show because it's silly unless you like it. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. You can also feel free to skip through using the timestamps below to find your favorite subject. Okay, so let's start off with GIDLE. So, GIDLE Soyeon was in some dating allegations recently because she was spotted at a department store with singles Inferno Hoon. So here's the photograph in question. It seems the person was like up close and personal with them. Like Moonsen looks like he's looking shocked, honestly. Like that's very bold of someone to do, honestly. Actually, I've literally seen, I think it was Nayeon, and someone was taking a video of someone else taking a photo of Nayeon up close, and the person taking the video was seemingly berating the person for being so bold about it, and it's like, well, you're taking a video of Nayeon and the person taking a picture of Nayeon, so it created this infinite loop of people taking pictures of people taking pictures of idols. I digress. A lot of people have pointed out like how bold you have to be literally be that close to someone, pull out your phone and take a photo of them, because he literally is noticing it. He's making eye contact with that person. Soyeon's just paying for things. Are they both paying? Did he pay? Is she taking his card and paying? That's kind of iconic. I feel like there's Balenciaga at the background, but I don't think that's where they are. What? I don't know. Is it designer stuff? I thought a department store was like not fancy. So of course, because of this photograph, people thought they were dating. And here are some of the comments. No, but all things aside, why would you take someone's photo in front of them like that? But looking at Jun Soyeon's style recently, her personality, the beauty she's pursuing, totally changed. In the past, she used to have a cool style, but she suddenly started acting so uniquely cute. Netherlands already know what there is to know, so we're not shocked by it. Since she's the producer, we're just looking forward to her songs. So some of these comments are really alluding to the fact that Netherlands already knew about this quote-unquote relationship. At least that's what I'm getting from it. If they're really dating, I'm more shocked that he went from Shin Ji-yeon to Jun Soyeon since their styles are so different. No, but you're late. Don't everyone know this already? People are nitpicking about how Neverland only care about her producing. You guys should focus on your bias instead. Isn't this a fact that most Neverlands know already? Soyeon's fans all know this too. Soyeon was never the popular member like Mian or other female idols. So even if people fangirl on her, they don't really care. We only care about her making good music. So it just seems to me that Neverlands already knew about this. That's what I'm getting from it. And I know sometimes K-netizens know things that international fans don't. Like the difference between K-netizens and international fans, as we clearly see all the time, are so different. I feel like K-netizens, they keep their little secrets. You know, they know about certain relationships, but they don't dare make it public, at least sometimes. I remember reading about the whole Chen situation before he got married, of course. And I remember reading like, oh yeah, KXLs already knew. They just didn't want to like ruined him until he got married, I guess. I don't know. But maybe they've changed, especially with the whole Joshua situation. Who knows? But I have a sneaking suspicion they're keeping their secrets. However, it seems that both of their companies have come out to deny these dating rumors. Recently, the two stars were swept up in dating rumors when a photo of the two purchasing clothes together at a department store was shared through an online community. So Cube Entertainment and Totokpim E&M similarly shared. The two have a close relationship. They only want shopping together, and they are certainly not dating. But on all K-pop, they go a little further with the statement, adding, if they are really dating, would they really be out in the open in the department store together? They just went to buy clothes together. Let's move on to Jungkook's 7. So the song is recently in headlines for being accused of plagiarism by the composer of Fin.k.l's song Time of Mask. So this really isn't comparable to me being like, oh, does Jungkook 7 remind you of Zia's Mazel Tov? Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I thought that was a really fun comparison. I guess some of you didn't. You know the days of the week can't be plagiarized. I literally know. But can we take a minute to talk about Mazel Tov? Because what the hell was that? So these accusations are according to an exclusive media outlet report. The English language single 7 featuring Lotto is composed and written by Andrew Watt, John Bellion, Henry Walter, Theron Maciel Thomas, and Lotto. And this is specifically what they are alleging is being plagiarized. So the single is currently under suspicion of borrowing the same scale sequence as a key melody featured in Fin.k.l's Time of Mask. So this was released 23 years ago, and it was composed by Yang Junyoung, and he's apparently forwarded a request for HYBE to evaluate these similarities. Because of course, if HYBE found any similarities, then he would need to be credited and compensated accordingly, right? First, Time of Mask by Fin.k.l. Okay, then... So I've listened to it a few times and I'm thinking it's that beat, right? Which obviously doesn't sound exactly the same, nor is that what the plagiarism accusation is alluding to. But let's listen again. I think that's what they're alluding to. I mean, if that is specifically the similarity that we're noticing, I hear the similarity, but if that's the similarity that we're accusing of plagiarism, that's a whole different ball field. I would love to hear someone who works in music, like their opinion on this, because we've seen Katy Perry's Dark Horse being accused of plagiarism. I watched a 30-minute video, I think, explaining what they were alleging was plagiarized, and it blew my mind, and it really brought up the question exactly of how far can we go with music plagiarism? How much of a sequence of something pretty vague can you actually call your own and get credit from? Even more recently, we saw with Olivia Rodrigo, her song Good For You was accused of plagiarizing Paramore's Misery Business, to the point that actually credits were changed in the end. So I'm not going to claim that I understand the intricacies of this. However, HYBE has come out and denied the plagiarism accusations. Big Hit, sorry. So in response, Big Hit said, "We would like to inform you that the claims of copyright infringement regarding Jungkook's 7 are not true." Continuing on, that 7 is a song that was made through the collaboration of 5 foreign composers, and it is a creation that is completely unrelated to the song on a domestic album from 24 years ago. Like some are claiming, oh, so we're being a little shady with this response, I see. They are one-sided claims that do not meet any criteria such as substantial similarity and principles in determining plagiarism. But do you see the shade in this? From a song on a domestic album. That's so funny to me because obviously Jungkook 7 is an international work of art. They're clearly saying so. The collaborative effort of 5 foreign composers. I definitely feel like they're trying to imply that there's very, very little chance that these 5 foreign composers managed to hear a song off of a domestic album, a B-side on that album, by the way, because we just watched the performance of that song. There wasn't even a music video from 24 years ago. So I thought that was a little cheeky of Big Hit. But let's take a look at what some fans are saying. So, I mean, this is a bit of a reach. But why would he send this to Bang Si-hyuk? The producer should send it to the song's composer. The producer is the one who is alleging plagiarism, so I'm sure we'll know the results soon enough. I mean, I would have sent it to Bang Si-hyuk too, to be honest. This is all allegation, but I presume the head of the company, you should look into it, right? Like, what is the composer really gonna do? I'm not saying composers are plagiarizing things. I wouldn't take accountability for that. I'm just saying it makes sense to send it to the company. I don't know. Anyways, I'm surprised at the controversy, seeing how different the songs were. I really like the Fin.k.l song, so I've listened to it a bunch. This isn't it. Why would an internationally renowned producer plagiarize him? I like both songs, but I can't find any similarities. They can fight over legalities, but to the common ear, this song is so shockingly different. The producers are from overseas. Question mark, question mark, question mark. I just listened to it and I'm shocked at how different they are. Oh, I haven't heard Time of Mask in a while. I'll go listen to it. I am a fan, but this is about the song's producer, so there's no reason to overreact. We'll know when the results are out. So we have on one hand a producer saying, hey, my work has been plagiarized. And on the other hand, the company saying, this is a one-sided claim and you have no, what did they say? A one-sided claim that doesn't meet any criteria such as substantial similarities and principles in determining plagiarism. So from here, I really wonder what could happen. It could just end at that, or we could see the potential of it going further. I mean, I remember back in 2009, G-Dragon's Heartbreaker was accused of plagiarizing Flo Rida's Right Round. Let's take a look. At the end of it all, however, G-Dragon released a Heartbreaker remix featuring Flo Rida, and they even performed together in Seoul. So it really worked out for the best. So of course, hearing the two songs together, let me know what you think. I know these things can be so tedious and weird at times, because an artist could try to claim something that otherwise people think shouldn't be allowed to be claimed. You shouldn't be allowed to claim a vague melody to the point where everyone's going to get sued for plagiarism, because at the end of the day, there's only so many sequences of things that haven't been done before on Earth. Do you know what I mean? So I'm curious to see where this goes, if it goes anywhere. Let's talk about NCT's saesang problem, because I feel like this is definitely not the first time I've heard of this in the news in regards to NCT specifically. So what is a saesang? It's the term for an obsessive fan who acts in ways that invade the privacy of Korean idols, drama actors, and other public figures. So if that gives you an image of what we're about to talk about. It seems that this stems from something that happened last October during their tour. So NCT were staying at a specific hotel, and someone apparently not only broke into their hotel room, but also took videos and bragged about it online. So here are the videos in question, 7.5 million views. So this was rushed because the circumstances. But that hotel key card though, showing the bed, his stage outfit, a huge invasion of privacy, things that they've bought, skincare, the whole shebang. Can you imagine? Can you actually imagine? Some people are also saying she was spotted in one of their videos following them. So in this video around the 719 mark, I don't know what I'm looking for, to be honest. So naturally the responses are freaked out, you know, prepare for jail because you're going there, weirdo. SM Town Global, NCT S Town take legal action as soon as possible. I mean, here's the thing. I want to believe it's not true, right? I want to believe like it was set up. Like I just want to believe that it's not true. I mean, we can all sit here and have this collective thought that that's a weird thing to do, but there are totally people out there, and in large numbers probably, who would literally do the same. Like, I don't, do you ever wonder about the world like that philosophically? How do we all collectively, seemingly collectively, have this thought that this is wrong, you shouldn't be doing this? But in that same breath, there are so many people who would still do it anyways. Is everyone just lying because they're scared of the backlash? It's like when a celebrity is spotted somewhere and then someone calls someone calls someone else, and then there's a horde of people, like Taylor Swift recently was at a restaurant and then suddenly there's a crowd of people outside. That's not acceptable behavior, and I feel like the majority of us would say that's not acceptable behavior. We're all crying on the internet saying that it's not acceptable behavior. But then how are there so many people outside of that restaurant at the end of the day? Do you know what I mean? I feel like some of you are lying. We can't all be telling the truth and still have like hordes of people doing this. Like, do you understand my point? Anyways, so SM Entertainment announces strong legal action against saesang of NCT's Jaehyun. So to recapitulate, a foreign saesang of NCT's Jaehyun uploaded a video showcasing the interior of a hotel room that NCT 127 members had occupied during their US tour in October last year. The controversial video was taken after the saesang stole Jaehyun's hotel room keycard and illicitly entered the room while it was unoccupied. This also brings up the question of how that happened, right? Because you would assume that a staff member keeps the key cards. This is just what I would assume, right? Because if you're literally touring, you're doing schedules, where are you going to put a key card? In your coat pocket, and then you put the coat somewhere, and then what happens? No, I would assume that the staff keeps hold of this stuff. Does that make sense? Because sometimes idols don't even have their phones on them, so who is taking care of the phones? It has to be someone, do you know what I mean? And I know a lot of people speculate that staff members of these entertainment companies are the ones selling the idols' phone numbers, are the ones sharing their locations and stuff. This is just speculation of what I've heard. Take everything with a grain of salt as always. But it does bring up the question of how the key card was obtained. They're just saying that it had his stage outfits, personal belongings, and that the background of the hotel seems similar to the background in some of the lives that they did during that time. So SM announced the leak video is an illegal act that severely violates the artist's privacy. We are collecting evidence against the initial uploader and all those who distribute the video. We will request the cooperation of domestic and international sites as well as legal firms to ensure a thorough investigation is conducted by law enforcement agencies. So I'm not showing the video. Delete the video off this video, but all K-pop, you're in trouble, babe. Well, they hosted it off of Twitter on their site. I don't know if that counts. I mean, it goes without saying this is unacceptable behavior. Also, it goes without saying that this is horrible for an idol's mental health. Imagine the paranoia that this stuff breeds. Not being able to feel comfortable when you're alone, not being able to relax. I've literally had dreams where I took out my phone and took a picture of an idol at public events and felt so bad. I'm like, this is fan behavior. I can't believe I just did that. I should have asked in my dream. Like, that was pretty rude, wasn't it? So I can't imagine doing that in real life and taking it 20 steps further. I don't understand how you can love someone so much and then cause them such mental turmoil. Let's take a minute to talk about Kwon. So she has been making waves with her outfits. I remember she went viral for her outfit at the Water Bomb Festival. And bless her heart, but I can't show that shit here. I can't. I remember there was a time that my video got demonetized because of ITZY. I swear to God, for nudity. It was a stage outfit video. I'm like, they're literally fully clothed. Like, this is K-pop. Safety shorts galore, no cleavage. I don't know, YouTube, what you have an issue with. I managed to contest this. However, we're not playing around. I digress. She is now making waves for her outfit at the Cast Cool Festival. And some people are discussing whether or not it was too revealing. Now, I haven't seen like the actual comments of people saying that it's revealing. I mean, honestly, the majority of comments I've seen are just calling her mommy. Like, if there are any comments that are saying this is inappropriate, oh my God, what is she wearing as an idol? They're totally drowned out by the mommy comments. So here's what people had to say. Her outfit is just your normal idol outfit. People who are criticizing her are too much. She's just so pretty and I'm so jealous of her. There are so many idols wearing similar outfits, but reactions are like this because her body is so hot. Her clothes are that excessive. The clothes are pretty common and I've seen a lot of celebs wearing similar outfits, but people are nitpicking just because she has a nice body. How are her clothes too much? That's how I dress every day. I'm jealous. Unni, you have everything. Other idols dress up the same, so why is she the only one getting hate? You guys call other people pretty, but are mentioning all sorts of things when it comes to her, such as her pre-surgery face or whatnot. The inferiority complex is 대박. So hot too pretty. This is super interesting, however, because just a couple weeks ago, Karina was in the news for seemingly covering up too much because she wore a compression bra and people thought that she was frauding people. So this point is overdone all the time, but it just goes to show that you can never do anything right. Show too much skin, then people ask if it's too revealing. Don't show enough skin, then somehow you're a fraud. I know that wasn't exactly the case for Karina. Actually, aespa were praised for having modest outfits at the Water Bomb Festival. But you get what I mean, okay? If you hide those babies, people get mad anyways, so I don't... Moving on to ITZY. So there's this clip going around of ITZY at KCON and we can see that they're writing on these papers. Now Yuna is the last one to be finished her writing and you can kind of hear a fan off to the side yelling, "Hurry up, B word." Allegedly B word. I'm not sure if I'm hearing what I'm hearing correctly. Let's watch the video. Did you hear that? It sounds like they're saying hurry up, B word. Now, I mean, again, this is something that I don't really want to believe what I'm hearing. Like, even just like hurry, I don't know, even hurry up. Of course, you could think that it's playful. In that same breath, I feel like you would also maybe want to know someone a bit better, telling them to playfully hurry up because it could be misconstrued. And then adding the B word at the end of that, definitely a little too far. I can absolutely picture, you know, a very young person maybe thinking that it's okay to talk to strangers like this. And I mean, that's the thing about parasocial relationships, right? Is that they're one-sided. You might think that you know this idol to a T, that they've accompanied you throughout years of your life, but they don't know you and you actually really don't know them. You guys are absolute strangers to each other. So to say hurry up, bitch could be acceptable amongst your peers. Even if maybe you don't know your peers very well, if they're the same age as you, I don't know. But to say that to an idol is a completely different territory, of course. But it definitely brings up the question of, you know, how we treat idols. I've seen like a lot of fan sign video calls that people post themselves of what they say to idols that might make them feel uncomfortable. Idols literally cringing about how bad the interaction was. And this is just what people post themselves, right? You have to understand they're in charge of their own fan sign video call. They're the ones recording it. They're the ones who are approving it and then posting it online. You can imagine there are some who don't ever post their video calls and how cringy they might be as well. It makes me wonder. I mean, a bit of cringe is fine. Maybe even a lot of cringe is fine. It just depends what kind of cringe. But at the end of the day, these people literally are strangers to you. You do not know them. You can think that you know them. And I wouldn't even call a stranger a bitch, to be honest. I might. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Context is everything. But of course, let me know what you think of this in the comments. Okay, lastly, let's talk about the original version of Cupid by 50/50. I'm always interested in the behind the scenes of certain songs, like, oh, the lyrics are actually this at first, but we have to change it to this. Like, 90s kitsch was actually 90s bitch originally. Actually, if you look into a lot of IVE's songs, the original versions are interesting. I love looking into them. Dare I say sometimes they make a little bit more sense. It's fine. Anyways, I watch some of Liar Music Group's videos sometimes to get a little bit of inside scoop. The original version of 50/50's Cupid was a little bit different. So this is actually revealed in the show Unanswered Questions. I was basically talking about their lawsuit and everything, interviewing their family members and so on. So we get to see into the original lyrics. So Cupid is a hoe, so a hopeless romantic all my life, surrounded by couples all the time. I guess I should take it as a sign. I'm feeling lonely. Oh, I wish I'd find a lover that could hold me. Now I'm crying in the club. Which is so interesting to me because crying in the club isn't inherently... Well, I guess, yeah, I guess so. I've definitely seen other songwriters and evidence of other songwriters having to change specific lyrics in a song because they needed to have it fit a more teen audience, because K-pop is directed more towards teens, right? So crying in the club to crying in my room, suppose, makes sense, right? So skeptical of love, but I still want it more. I gave a second chance to Cupid, but now I'm left here feeling stupid. Oh, the way he makes me feel that love isn't real. Cupid is a hoe. I feel like a lot of people actually heard that in the song at first. I feel like I also heard that in the song at first, like, Cupid is a hoe. So that's interesting. But anyways, that is basically it for the video. Literally, my camera's dying. So if the screen goes black and you continue hearing me, that's the reason. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to let me know in the comments what you think of every single subject. Every single, it sounds like a chore. Let me know what you think if you want to. As for me to get going, but first, shout out to my patrons for helping support this channel on a monthly basis. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. You can too by joining my Patreon, which is linked below. And I will see you guys next time, maybe even tomorrow. If you're lucky, we'll see. Bye. I kept thinking it in my head, GIDLE, 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 GIDLE. And I was like, well, don't actually say it. It's like a really stupid joke to make. And... Lord, is that foundation? Jesus Christ. Just like 5 years of foundation caked on here.